Hey, what's going on everybody, and welcome back to another Fallout 4 mod review. Today we have a brand new weapon mod, and a mighty heavy one at that. Today we're checking out the jury-rigged Anti-Materiel rifle by Pig. This is going to be a scrap, handmade, 50 caliber sniper rifle for Fallout 4. Pig has been working super hard to get a ton of mods out lately, really like all the time. It seems like we're getting one every week, brand new weapons that fit the handmade, lore-friendly aesthetic of Fallout 4. More handmade weapons is always nice to add some variety. My biggest complaint about vanilla Fallout 4 is that we only had the pipe gun. Somehow everybody's making handmade weapons and they all look identical, but Pig is helping to fix that by adding a ton of different styles of handmade weapons so that your Commonwealth can be nice and diversified. And today we have a brand new heavy sniper rifle. This thing is awesome. You can rechamber it between 308 and 50 caliber with magazines that match the ammo type, which is always very much appreciated for immersion and realism. And this thing is super cool. Now, this is a scrap-made 50 caliber rifle, something that is made to resemble the AK-50 by Brandon Herrera just a little bit. This is obviously not an AK platform, but there are some parts that are very obviously inspired from Brandon's AK-50, and this thing just looks super cool. It does have leveled list integration and will be found on high-level gunners, as well as various bosses after level 20. On top of that, there's even a few static spawns, including being locked up in the BADTLF lockup. This weapon does use vanilla animations. That being said, it uses vanilla combat rifle animations, and any combat rifle animation replacers you use will work on this weapon, and I mean any, because this weapon features an ambidextrous bolt. So if you're using left-handed or right-handed animations, whether you're using the ones by War Daddy or Hitman, they will work with this mod. This is a neat little feature that was found on J.K. Roos's range rifle, and it is also present in this mod, so pretty cool to have that for compatibility's sake for the user. This weapon is going to have a ton of customization over at the weapons workbench, but not too much, and I mean that in a good way. You can do a lot with this rifle, however, it is designated to be a sniper role. You can't throw a reflex sight and put it in full auto because it's a 50 cal sniper. It's supposed to be a sniper rifle, and so luckily, that's what this mod does, and it does it very well. Let's go ahead and jump in game, check out the stats, and see exactly what you're getting with this thing. Alright, so here we have the most basic version of the jury-rigged Anti-Materiel rifle. With a short stock, short barrel, and no scope, this thing is pretty crazy looking. As you can see, it is very much scrap-made and definitely fits that Fallout 4 junky style, and it definitely has a lore-friendly look since it uses mostly vanilla assets. Now then, with a standard receiver, this thing will be chambered in 50 caliber. It has a base damage of 58, which I believe is what 50 cal does in the vanilla game when you rechamber the hunting rifle to 50 cal. It has a fire rate of 28 in semi-automatic, has a range of 119, an accuracy of 52, a weight of 17.5 pounds even in its lightest format, and a value of 230 caps. A pretty cool looking little rifle we've got here, and it's got even cooler attachments over at the weapons workbench. Before that though, let's go ahead and check out the animations for this thing. Now like I said, it does use vanilla animations, but I'd highly recommend checking out something like War Daddy's Combat Rifle Reanimation mod, so that you can have it look a little bit like this. Pretty cool stuff. I like this animation a lot, and it works very well on this rifle. And there you can see that right-handed bolt as well, in case you use mods with a right-handed reload. Now, moving on over to the weapons workbench, as you can see, we have our short little Anti-Materiel rifle here, but you can change it into a bunch of different formats, including a big, heavy sniper, as to be expected for this weapon, or something a little more fancy with a detachable barrel, a nice suppressor, and even dual mags, and a funky stock. Let's go ahead and check out what we got over here, starting with the receivers, of course. We have our standard allotment of receivers, all the way up to calibrated powerful, no advanced for this one. It has a maxed out damage of 104 without perks compared to the standard 58. For barrels, we have your standard short barrel, a short light barrel, a short ported barrel, a long light barrel, and a long ported barrel, which also includes a pretty large bipod there. For stocks, we have your standard short stock, the full stock, the marksman stock, which is going to change the foregrip up here as well as the recoil compensating stock, which is going to have the same effect. For magazines, we have your standard magazine, the 308 magazine, so it's going to rechamber to 308 for less damage, but a more common ammo type, and it's going to reflect in the magazine size as well. We have the medium mag, the quick eject mag, the jungle mag, and the drum mag. Completely unnecessary for a semi-auto rifle, but it's there if you want it. For sights, we have these standard sights, a short scope, a medium scope, a long scope, and a recon scope. No night vision options or reflex options, so daytime sniper is what this weapon's going to be used for. And then finally, we do have the muzzle section. No muzzle, compensator, muzzle brake, suppressor, and improved suppressor. And I gotta say, I really like the design of the suppressor. This thing looks super cool. I believe that may come from the post-apocalyptic handmade weapons, but I could be wrong. And that's pretty much it for attachments. I do really wish that there was an ammo type section because it is 50 cal. It would be nice to see some armor piercing rounds, maybe some incendiaries, or who knows, maybe a little bit of slap rounds. But this weapon's still pretty cool regardless. Alright, and no weapon mod on this channel is complete without a damage test. Of course, we'll be testing on our standard death claws, so we have a nice baseline, and we'll be doing 3 tests today. The first of which is going to be the standard version of this weapon with no attachments and no perks to get an idea what the baseline damage looks like. And then we'll be using a fully upgraded version of the weapon with the highest damage we can get out of it. And then we'll be using that same weapon again, but with maxed out rifleman perks, so that you can see what the true max damage of this weapon is in a realistic sense, because no character's running around with no stats. By the time you get this thing, you'll probably have pretty high rifleman perks. Alright, let's see how we do with the standard version of this weapon against a Deathclaw. Aiming for its weak spot, let's see how we do. Alright, pretty close to half already, with 4 shots in our magazine. Which means we're going to have to reload yet again to get that final shot. 9 rounds to kill a Deathclaw. Not too shabby for standard weapon, but it is 50 caliber, so it's going to do pretty high damage regardless. Let's see how we do with some attachments, though, moving over to our fully upgraded version. And as you can see, that Deathclaw's going to fall over because I do have the sniper perk. And 4 shots in, and he's already almost dead. With 1 reload, we'll put him down with 1 more shot, giving us 5 total to put down a Deathclaw. I'll go ahead and add that rifleman perk now to see how we do against this next guy. Alright, and then we'll go ahead and reload to make sure that we have a full magazine. Let's see how we do against this Deathclaw. And in only 2 shots, he goes down. Now, that may seem a little bit overpowered, but keep in mind that if you have maxed out riflemen and you're using a late game weapon like this, you're going to be fighting bigger and badder Deathclaws like Deathclaw Alphas and Matriarchs, so they're not going to go down as easily. But that is the jury-rigged Anti-Materiel rifle, a pretty nice weapon that spits out some high damage with a nice lore-friendly aesthetic. It's definitely a cool one and definitely worth trying out. If you want to try this mod out for yourself, it will be linked down in the description below, where you can grab it for both PC and Xbox One. With that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, big shout out to all of my patrons for supporting videos just like this and other projects like the shoulder-mounted machine gun, which is coming out very, very soon. If you're looking to support my work a little extra, you can go check out the Patreon for exclusive Discord roles, early access to my mods, and a couple other little benefits that are all noted over there. But it's completely optional. Thank you guys so much for supporting this channel all the time. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to drop a rating, consider subscribing for more videos just like this, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace!